Hey guys, Joel Johnson here, Director of Alumni Relations at Southeastern University. Another wonderful installment of our Future Friends Friday, and we have a wonderful guest with us today. This is Sarah Kelly, and she's going to share her experiences here at Southeastern. So thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. If you could please tell us your personal information, where you're from, what your major is, all that stuff. Okay?
I'm a general communication major, was a social work major, and ended up switching to communication 2 years ago just because I realized I liked the artistic elements, writing, social media, that kind of thing. And I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida, so about 3 hours south of here, not too far. I can go home on the weekends when I want to and be independent here when I want to as well.
And what year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
Well, thank you for sharing that. So as far as different things on campus, like what type of activities are you involved in, groups, sports, anything like that?
I am on student leadership, so there are a bunch of different student leadership teams, but the one that I'm on is first year experience. So that's everything from putting on events for first year students, putting on transfer events specifically for transfers. We do discipleship groups, which are just like Devos, spiritual element of Southeastern, and just help students get acquainted with the school and feel welcome here.
Well, I'm very appreciative of those. I have a daughter who transferred in this semester, and she was a part of one of those discipleship groups and some of those experiences. So as a parent of a student, I appreciate you guys doing those for the students.
That's our role.
Really helped her to feel a part of the student body coming in at the middle of the school year. So thank you for that. I'm going to ask about classes or dorm life or chapel. Just tell me something that comes to mind about one of those things that's impacted you here.
I'd have to say classes comes to my mind first, just because I had looked into going to a much larger university. And I knew that going into that, it would be a weird transition from high school to college, having all of a sudden like hundreds of people, like possibly 100 or more people in each class, and having to get adjusted to that. And coming here, that's been like the biggest blessing to me, is having smaller class sizes, not so many people where you're overwhelmed and you don't really have access to your professors. So that's something that's really improved my like educational advancement here at Southeastern.
So do you feel like the professors know who you are? You're not just that number?
Definitely. They know your name, they know your interests. If you're lucky, you'll have some of your professors in your major as your advisor, and then you have a really close relationship with them. So it's been extremely helpful. And
I know one thing I enjoyed being here is professors would see me on the sidewalk and call out my name and ask how I was doing. If they knew something that happened in life, you know, they'd ask about it. And you just had that very deep personal connection. That's really cool. I'm glad you experienced that. We hear that a lot. Another question for you. How's God changed your life, impacted you, molded you, whatever, in your time?
I felt like I came here and I was a Christian, and I had grown up in a Christian household and gone to church all of my life. But in coming here, it was that transition from growing up in a Christian household and constantly hearing about the Bible and hearing about your parents' faith to really taking it for myself independently. And this school, having it be Christ-focused and centered, has just helped me to take my faith independently and walk in it and grow in it, so that I can graduate and walk away from here and say, my Christianity is my faith. And I just had all of these wonderful experiences like chapel and like devotional groups, like our discipleship groups in FYE, to just help me grow in that realm. Like I said, so I can walk away from here and know that it's my faith.
So it's yours. You owned it, and you understand it. So when you go out, and if you're in a field that's not related to a Christian environment or anything like that, you're grounded, you know what you believe, and you can speak up to it.
Exactly, share it. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm sharing at this point. It's not just my parents' faith, it's my own.
So, non-traditional, not a pastoral ministries major, but somebody's ready to stand for their faith after they get out of here. So, love that. Thank you for that. One final question. If you could talk to the alumni and say, here's how you guys could help us out as students, what would you say to them? And feel free to make the plea, you know, ask for whatever you think it is that they could do to help you guys out.
One thing that could really benefit me as a student and us as a student body would be just not only your prayers, but also like engagement, like mentoring, for example. We really value, and me specifically, I really value just having people who have been in the exact same situation that I am in currently talk to me about it and be able to give me advice about it, because you are here, like you literally went to this school and you have a lot of experience with everything I'm dealing with right now. So your prayers and also mentorship, if that's something that you're able to do, would just be amazing for me as a student and the rest of the student body as well.
Well, you heard it right here, guys. We need your help. We have students wanting to talk to you, wanting to hear from you. We've had some alum just make some phone calls with current students just to have questions asked and pick your brains a little bit. So if that's something you want to do, let us know. And always be praying for our students. So thank you so much for your time today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week on our next edition of Future Friends Friday.